Okay, super. Thank you. This is Robert, a custodian file. Today is July 12th. Let me just jump on in here. So on that last post, a couple posts ago, I mentioned that from 1950 to 1970, we lost a jet every day somewhere in the world because it was shot down by a UFO. Because we were ordered to shoot one down at any cost. And that information came to me from a major, a retired major in the Air Force. And maybe some people were thinking, oh, Robert, we know you're not lying, but maybe the major was lying. So let me just, he made it, what I didn't also add on was he said that all our jets, they were not shot down by these phasers or energy weapons. The UFOs just U-turned our missiles, reversed our missiles on our own jets every single time. That's how they shoot us down. Whatever we use a sword, they use the same sword to knock us down. Now what's kind of interesting, and I know that never got out, and that wasn't supposed to get out, I guess. But nevertheless, here, look at this timeline and title, and check it out. This Italian liaison, we're talking about UFOs, and reluctantly he confessed that all our jets were shot down by our own missiles. Way too coincidental. Way too coincidental. So I guess, you know, if you are Space Brothers and they're shooting at you, I guess you got to draw the line somewhere. It really is rude to be shooting at aircraft with organic life in it. That's kind of where you cross the line. So I don't recommend that, but the major was correct. And if you want to know more about the major, he did tell me one other amazing story. He said 1986, there was almost nuclear war, and the ETs did intervene. Russia was building up their nuclear subs on our coastline, and the ETs ratted them out and told the Pentagon, and the Pentagon basically surrounded the subs with our own subs. We sent our own subs and cruisers, and essentially at that point we told them to go to the surface and drive home on the surface of the ship all the way back to Russia, because the president told them he was just going to vaporize them if they refused to do it. So yeah, I think that might be considered close to top secret. Pretty amazing. I don't think that's anywhere on Google. So this major's the real deal that was telling me this. It's he told me more detail, but essentially that was it. The ETs got us out of that. Thank God for that. That's pretty close. I don't know what that was all about. But yeah, no, this is, if you shoot at UFOs, they'll shoot back. Now we also remember last year the balloon over Chicago, and the pilot said, I see it, it's a black octagon, and he went to shoot at it, and the missile missed. So I don't believe that story at all. We're shooting missiles at balloons, and the missiles miss. I don't believe that, because I know that black octagon, and I do have a picture of that. That is a UFO that was flying with the Blue Angels in the same air vicinity. And I think we shot at it. It turned the missile around and came after our own jet. And it's only because of the training of our pilots that it was able to outrun its own jet, its own missile. I think maybe they train our pilots in the very rare event, if one of your missiles turn on you, this is how you get away. That's what I really think what happened is. It's not like we were shooting at balloons and the missile missed. I don't buy that at all. I think our pilot barely got out of there with his life. And so again, do not shoot at UFOs, especially the larger ones, because they probably have an organic life on it, and it's just not going to go well. Okay, let's go to the next video. Okay, fantastic. What do we have here? It looks like we just have a helicopter contrast getting tagged. I forget who sent this to me, but essentially it looks, that's either a news, I think that is a news helicopter. Oh yeah, Francesco in Italy. There you go. Just people all over the world, more Italy video. People just recording helicopters. This is the format, landscape. I wouldn't have zoomed in so close, but if by zooming in close, you do get a higher quality video. So if you have a lot of aircraft over you, take your chances, zoom in. If you don't get a Dragon, so what? Because you have a lot of aircraft, you're gonna get a lot more chances. But there you go, it's the same phenomenon all over the world. And that evidently, I'm not sure. That's either police or news chopper. I'm gonna go with news chopper. But it's irrelevant who the chopper is. All choppers, all aircraft, they all get tagged. It doesn't matter. So if you have your own video, please send it in, custodianfile@gmail. Very repeatable, over and over, all over the world. Okay, real quick, I just want to show you this screenshot. These gigantic lightning jets, plasma jets, essentially. Very rare from this channel here. Obviously, super impressive, Mother Nature. But this is what electrons can do. Electrons are the real deal, the ultimate energy source. So I just want to throw that out there. This is what I say, plasma jets. This is how powerful electricity is. All right, let's go to the next. Okay, super. Just watching Thunderbird videos here. And look at this. Look at this. You just watch through them, and they're easy to scan. Look at in the real time. I've slowed it down 12%. Even at 12%, they're still too fast. I need to slow it down to 3. That's extremely time consuming. Here's the starburst. This is like toward the end of the show. There's the Dragon there for a few frames, and then it loses focus. Alpha pass right there. See the Dragon on the right corner? Really quickly. That's how these guys roll. We got a vertical north to south. There's all the IPs. There's the timeline. You can all check it out for yourself. They're all over the Blue Angels and Thunderbirds. It's really that simple. Over and over. Very easy. Now this one did get pretty close to him. Look at that. This one's right over his shoulder, behind his head. I'm a little concerned about the safety. They're giving off gamma rays. I don't want to be around radiation, no matter how brief. There's no safe level of radiation, no matter what you hear. Stay away from it. I know you don't have a choice sometimes, but do your best. That's the alpha pass again, and that's super slow. Again, there's the timeline. You can all look this up yourself. Slow it down, put it on your big screen. If you want to watch YouTube frame by frame, I know how to do that. Reach out to me. I'll share that information with you. It's kind of easy. Over and over, ask questions. I do want to hear from you. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, or send your own video. All right, let's go to the next. Okay, Latchkey Hustle, look at this. He sends me some videos here and there. See the high power voltage power lines in the back? This Dragon flies behind the trees. That's contrast. Here's real color. There's 12%. If I show you in real time, you're not even going to see it. We're going to be wasting your time, my time. So I slow these down. I mean, I'll show you some video in real time, but nevertheless, there's the high voltage. That's why they're hanging around his place so much. They're just recharging. They're recharging off those high voltage lines. It's the easiest way to get video too. Go to high voltage lines, and I have a high reason to believe. Also, inside information. I have a high reason to believe they use those high voltage lines as runways for launch and for landing, essentially portals. How are they doing that? Electricity. I mean, I don't understand the physics of it, but I do have inside information that they are associated quite a bit with those interstate high voltage 500K lines. Very predictable. Here's from Chip in Florida, just following the format, recording airplanes. This is what these UFO Dragons look like up close. Very consistent. Again, there's the plasma jets running on extreme high voltage. I can't stress how high it has to be. Most likely far north of 100 million volts, far north of that. But once you figure out the math and you figure out how not to vaporize yourself when you're dealing with that much voltage, then you use it to your advantage to generate kinetic energy. Most likely too, you become interdimensional at that much voltage. become just because this dimension can only handle, theoretically, can only handle or contain safely so much voltage. Off the top of my head, I would have to assume if the highest lightning bolt on planet Earth is 2 billion volts, then I would assume like that safety barrier is somewhere around 4 billion volts. If you exceed that, you're going to break through the dimension. It really comes down to that. So the Earth was designed to protect itself with anything under 4 billion volts. If you exceed that, that's how you interdimensional travel. And that's what these guys are doing. They got it figured out. So obviously in the future, when we start building our own UFOs, we're going to need an enormous amount of electricity, far more than what we have right now. So we're going to have to think outside the box. Personally, I've already got it figured out. It's kind of easy to do. It'll probably be done in 100 years. The short answer is Yellowstone. That's the short answer. They have enough electricity to power the planet Earth. We could sell that electricity for $1 trillion a month and solve 100 other problems at the same time. But like I said, that's in 100 years. It's not going to be done in our lifetime. All right, let's go to the next. Okay, we're going to end on this photo here. I don't know how I found it, but I thought it was pretty entertaining. It looks like this driver just wanted to drive from Missouri to Roswell, New Mexico, and pretty neat. I would, if I was the sheriff, I'd want to pull this over and look at it myself and get a picture with it. It's what the heck. So I hope you find that entertaining here. UFOs can be fun. I think they're more fun than anything. If you're scared, you'll be scared 100 days, and then I think you're going to find it fascinating to a lot of fun. All right, that will do it for now. This is Robert at Custodian Files. Stay safe. Thank you for watching.